All right. Today is February 20th, and now is the time to start the Figuary stream. I've been feeling kind of weird today. I drank caffeine this morning, and for the first 3 or 4 hours, I was just like, I am sleepy. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm so excited. We're already on February 20th. I can't believe it. I feel like this month has passed so freaking quickly. I think that's a function of how busy I've been keeping myself. Like every day it's just get up, go to work, come back, stream, and then go to bed. And a lot's been happening. So welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. Yeah, so I had to wake up extra early today to send someone to the airport at 6 a.m. So I just decided to go into work early. And as y'all know, that's a lot earlier than I'm used to. I usually go to sleep at 1 or 2 and then roll into work by noon. So since it was early, I figured I could reward myself with some Starbucks. So I got a caramel macchiato or something. And some Chick-fil-A, because there was just randomly a Chick-fil-A right next to the Starbucks, which was great. So I got myself breakfast, and then the whole day I was so sleepy. And then by the time it was 3 p.m., I started to feel alive. And I was like, oh no, I should get home and I can stream early. I stopped by the bank so I can get money. You should have gotten a frozen coffee at Chick-fil-A. Huh. You're a Starbucks barista. That's so cool. What's good at Starbucks? Okay, I'm not very used to getting the hot drinks. Well, it was really cold and rainy this morning, so I wanted a hot drink. So I just looked up some chart online. I was like, I don't even know what's in any of these. So I just picked some random drink. I think it was a macchiato. But yeah, I felt dead for until 3 or 4 p.m. and then I started to feel alive. I was like, I'm gonna be so productive. So I drove home, I stopped by the bank, I got some money. I always love going to the bank and asking for their cool money. The dollar coins, the $50 coins, the $2 bills. I think that's a lot of fun because I like to give them out and people are like, oh my God, it's a $2 bill. And it's great, I love seeing them. And then I got here and then I did so many things. But I forgot to start the stream because I got so focused on doing other things. Anyway, so I am here now. I didn't know you could just show up to the bank and ask for a $2 bill. Yeah, let me show y'all some of the money I just carry around just for fun. Hi, IDK Wada. Yeah, so, normal money is normal money. It's boring. But I have these $2 bills, and they're new and crisp. They just, from the bank, I got 10 of them because I thought it would be funny. So now I tip people in $2 bills because why not? It's great. Bye, IDK Wada. And then we have the dollar coins, and they have different presidents on them. This one's Grover Cleveland. Yeah. Legal tender. Yeah, it says United States of America, $1. I wish it would focus. There we go. Yeah, my $2 and $1. That big flex. I've gotten dollar coin returns on vending machines. That is so cool. Yeah, I love these things. This one is a Grover Cleveland. I love how nice it focuses when it decides to. Here we have a William Henry Harrison. What else do I have on me right now? Ooh, this one's really dirty. But we have a Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah, I love these things. I think it's great. What else? Oh, here's Grover Cleveland again. Anyway, Yeah, so I got a bunch of fun money. Hi, mocap! Welcome. Yeah, and I got like a big $50 as well. I don't know, just cause. I'm a big fan of coins as a thing, because wouldn't it be cool to like walk around with a pouch on your side, like jangling? Maybe that would just get you robbed, now that I think about it. But isn't that what people used to do in the day? I guess they got robbed. Anyway. Alright, so we should get started. The agenda for today is, of course, doing the... Hi! Agenda for today is doing the Figuary, and then I will do lots of studying because I just realized that I have like 3 weeks until my exam and I am not ready at all, and it's kind of freaking me out. So I gotta study as hard as I can for these last 3 weeks and I don't know, get that last sprint through the finish line. And then afterward, I'm gonna be working on my next YouTube video. And so it's gonna be like, I know, rip. So, what? So Figuary, study, and then I'm gonna be working on my next video, which is gonna be like a compilation of stream clips along with the footage of me actually doing the first week of Figuary. So I might work on it on stream, why not? Basically what I'm doing is I'm just going through the streams, looking for fun moments, and then using my screen capture, using OBS to capture it. I don't know if there's a better solution than that. If anyone remembers anything cool that happened, give me the timestamp or clip it. That would be cool. Can I just like crowdsource my video and have y'all clip everything? But I want to get I want to get a lot of that done tonight because I don't want to skip another week of video, right? I think it's important to like keep that alive, but I haven't been studying as much as I need to. It's just like, that's the only thing I don't look forward to. Like, I love drawing, and I love doing the Figuary, and I love making videos, but the thing I need to do is study. So what I do is I procrastinate, and I feel like it's bad to procrastinate by doing drawing and the videos because they're kind of like useless, I don't know, compared to studying. So then I just lay on my bed and watch YouTube. I don't know, there's like an issue with that. Anyways, let's get started with today's Figuary and get into things. So let's go to lovelifedrawing.com/Figuary2020. You feel it? I feel it, I'm feeling it. But just these next 3 weeks, I gotta really tamp down. I think this weekend is going to be especially important for getting through a lot of material so I can start doing practice tests instead of just learning new material. Yeah, I think doing like actual problems is going to help the most. It's just like I'm already studying 2 hours a week, 2 hours a day. Like that is way more than I ever study. Dude, I hear you. I've heard it called preening on the beach because there are seagulls that'll freak out because they can't feed their kids and also brood, so they just sit on the beach and preen their feathers for 5 hours. Oh my god, I relate. Hi Jay-Z. Yeah, so like for some reason, like whenever I procrastinate, I do something like that's absolutely useless, like sitting on Reddit or watching YouTube instead of drawing. Because I feel like if I'm going to be productive, then I should study, right? Or making videos, because if I'm going to be productive, I should be studying. So I just do neither. I just do nothing. And it's like, it just feels bad afterward, because I'm just like, damn it. Did I really just spend an hour here on Reddit doing nothing when I could have been doing something, like anything? And yes, guilt tripping. This is the worst. Like, this is like actually painful. It's either all or nothing. Yeah, exactly. No, I feel it. I feel like I've definitely been a lot more productive lately, right? Because I'm guaranteeing at least like 3 hours of productivity by doing these streams. It's just that's not enough for this goddamn exam because I procrastinated a month for it. I took a month away from me that I didn't study at all between the end of class and when I started. I'm an idiot. I'm a dum-dum. When I procrastinate, I do other productive things like cleaning. You see, I should do that. But I'm just like, if I'm gonna be productive, I should just do the most productive thing. And if I can't do that, then all is lost. Life is meaningless. What's the point of anything? And then it's, that's bad. So I'm told. Let's just get started before I have an existential crisis. Yeah. Too perfectionist. That's me. No more existential crises. Only figure drawing.
15-second poses. 30-second poses. Another Richard Powell demo. If you feel like over the last couple of weeks we've been thinking about all these techniques, maybe you're starting to tighten up in your drawings, this session is going to stretch you right out again. My name is Kenzo. This is Love Life Drawing. This video is part of Figuary.
Okay, my friend assigned me a book called The Drama of the Gifted Child, and if that's not my problem. Only good vibes on this stream. Only good vibes. Yeah, I'm definitely a perfectionist. I was definitely, a gifted child growing up. I was in special, programs. I was identified as some sort of Texas genius thing as a kid, and I feel like that's really fucked with my head about what's expected of me, and I need to be stopped.
If you're not sure what that is, check out the description below, but basically after the session you can draw these poses over at the Croquis Cafe. I love these super quick poses because basically we have students that go through our course with us, and we spend a lot of time doing longer drawings, really analyzing the pose, building up our eyes' ability to compare, the landmarks and see where they are relative to each other. Oh, that one is vertically above that one, and that's the angle of the rib cage, and then it comes down and across, and you would take that time with each pose, and you do that when you do longer drawings. But what that's doing when you're doing your longer drawings and analyzing and spending that time practicing that skill is you are building up your eye's ability to do that on autopilot. So that what happens is when you then have only 20 seconds to draw the pose, that autopilot can turn on that you've built with all your practice, and then you can just do it without even thinking about it. That's the goal, right? And so what happened is we would ask people to do these longer drawings, and then we'd say, now do a gestural drawing. And if you give people 2 minutes, that is enough time to overthink it and to think, what is gesture? And think so much. And then you give people 20 seconds.
Relatable.
And suddenly they're just like, and and they just do it, right? They just find these big flowing curves, find what really matters. Not always, and it's very hit and miss when you're doing such quick poses, but you find some really beautiful drawings within those 20-second drawings, often, more successful than 2-minute drawings, at least in the beginning. So it's a great practice exercise. So I hope you kind of embrace these 15-second drawings and just go for it. Don't worry too much if it doesn't work out. With more practice, eventually you'll be able to come back to these and nail it. But I do have some tips for you for these. So when I'm doing these drawings, I do them smaller because there's just no time to do a longer line. Longer line takes longer. But also I kind of want to fill up one page with a lot of them, because otherwise I'm just going to get through so much paper. And you shouldn't worry about wasting paper. Your drawings are worth the paper that they're on, of course. But it just makes sense to me to fill up a page with lots of these. And then with the 30-second ones, make them a little bit bigger. And then the 45-second ones a little bit bigger still. And then try and get, pretty big with the 1-minute drawings. Do them all at once. Don't worry if something goes wrong, if a line goes wrong. Just blast through it and go on to the next one. if you want to take more time with a pose, you can always come back later, pause it on that 15-second pose and spend more time with it. Try to get the whole figure in 15 seconds. That way you're not like over detailing any one area. You've got to get the whole figure in, so that kind of pushes you to simplify more. So one thing I wanted to explain is one of the reasons that I feel fairly confident going into like 15-second poses is because I've built up a language of gestural curves already, like a vocabulary of them. And I'm going to try and explain what that means. So let's say you have a straight leg and you're looking at it from the side. Down the front of the leg, there's often this big S curve. We talked about it on day 8. So anytime I see a straight leg from the side, I look for that big S curve. Or if you have a torso where the rib cage is, there's a kind of bend and the rib cage is facing one way, the pelvis is facing another, there's going to be this nice big curve on one side and an angle on the other one, and that's going to look good in, as two lines. So having this kind of this vocabulary that I've learned or practiced means that I can get these poses down pretty quickly. And if you struggle with 15-second poses, it might just be that you need to keep practicing a bit more your gestural drawings and finding these curves more and more often. Kind of like if you're learning a new language, obviously in the beginning it's like blah, 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 and you have no idea what's going on. And then you start to learn some vocabulary, and there are some situations where you're like, oh, I can deal with this one. And then as you learn more and more vocabulary, more and more situations come up and you're like, oh, I can deal with this, I can deal with this. So as you learn more of these like common lines and curves, like down the front of a leg that you're looking at from the front, we saw that there's often a curve coming down the outside of the thigh, and then down the inside of the knee, and then down the outside of the calf, and that's a nice kind of gestural flow. So a vocabulary of gestural curves is the best way I can think of to describe this. And it's not like, oh, I just don't have a talent for quick drawing or whatever, or I'm just not good at it. No, it's just that you need to keep building up this vocabulary. So just to make sure we really stay loose, that we're really exaggerating as much as we could be, I thought we could look at another Richard Powell demo today. Just going back to it, right? Reminding ourselves about it. And he did a really cool one for one of the poses in this session. Look at how far he brings in that torso and how sharp the angle is. How wild he's gone with that. And then the big tapering curves down the thighs. I love how much he pushes into that simplification and exaggeration. And so let's go into this session with that mindset. Don't let the truth, the literal truth, get in the way of telling a good story. Let's exaggerate, let's simplify, and let's really go for it. Even if you can only come up with half a stick man for your 15-second poses, don't worry about it. Like I said, with time, you'll build up that vocabulary and you'll be drawing whole figures in 15 seconds, no problem. It's just a matter of practice. You can see this practice session at vimeo.com/crockycafe. You can then share your drawing at community.lovelifedrawing.com and on Instagram, and check out our newsletter. It's all free.
Okay, I thought that was really interesting. It definitely reminds me a lot of what Volin has been telling me about, and the videos that he's been making, about how learning is all about you focus on one thing at a time, and then let's say just figuring out how to draw a line in the place that you want it to go, or the line that you can visualize in your mind. And then after you can draw the line that you want, you focus on proportion and placement. And after you have that down, then you start going higher and higher. And once you have form and perspective, then you can start focusing on composition and story and color. But you have to drill things until you can maintain automaticity in doing it. Like he was saying, you can do it automatically and quickly. And only then can you really start thinking about the next step, because you can only think about one thing at a time. I don't know if that made any sense, but I like what he said. It mirrors a lot of what I feel like I know about the world, and he adds a little bit to it. All right, let's get started today on today's Figuary. Are these all short poses? Oh, no, they're not. Okay.
I'm Larry Withers, and this is day 20 of Figuary 2020, Figure Drawing Month. Earlier in the month, we presented a session of short poses, a collection of poses 15 to 45 seconds long. Now, I know the idea of a 15-second drawing can be nerve-wracking, but it's a good way to improve your ability to capture the gesture. And as I like to say, once you've done a series of short poses, a minute pose is a walk in the park. Before drawing, I recommend visiting our colleagues at Love Life Drawing for solid instruction. You'll get so much more from today's drawing session. To see today's drawing instruction video, follow the link below. Post your drawings to Instagram #Figuary2020. Enjoy today's drawing session, and we'll meet back here again tomorrow.
I think it's interesting how they keep getting the same models. I recognize a lot of these from last year's Figuary. I wonder if they like live in the area or if they like invited them out. Wow, 15 seconds is not a lot of time. Gosh. They're probably all recorded in batches at once. But I don't think they recorded like last year's, right? Or like this year's, like a year ago. Or I guess they could have. No, but they got a new camera, right? They got a new camera between now and then. Oh my god. I'm like dying a little bit. There's just so much happening. Oh, I see why I did that one better, because I got 30 seconds. my stomach literally is like so tensed up. I don't know why. I'm just focusing like really hard. Oh yeah, I really relate to what Kenzo said about like being able to like all of a sudden you know what gesture is, like when you have like a limited time. Like sometimes I'll try to work on one of the poses again and then I'll realize I got the angles way better when I only had like a few seconds as opposed to when I really tried to work on it. It's a struggle out there. This model is also too beautiful for me. She is really gorgeous. Yeah. She has a very interesting face. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just very interesting. It seems hard to be a model. I tried to do it once, but then it never ended up happening. But now that I know a bit more about it, like, Jesus, it must be so exhausting holding these poses. And like dealing with like the harassment from people, I guess like or not even. Like I was thinking like it's not like a live session where people can harass you in person, but like they basically can. I see a lot of these Croquis Cafe models get like really mean and inappropriate things said to them on the internet, which is like ridiculous. This is a hard life. Ooh, 5-minute pose time. There is a lot of drama going on right now on Reddit. I don't even know how much I'm allowed to say, but oh my gosh, there is some crazy stuff happening. I don't know what else to do. I feel like I messed up the proportions, but I think at this point I don't have enough time to fix it. Now that I'm looking at it closer and closer, it looks really weird. Now I have to tell the dramas. Oh gosh. So, I don't want to say which specific subreddits, but there is a current event going on right now, and there have been a lot of subreddits that have like popped up talking about it. And there is one person who had a lot of mod privileges, and they basically ran all the different subreddits. So, yeah, they had a lot of power. And then some things started happening where people were getting banned, and then they were complaining about their bans, right? So they were like, this person is totally like a shill. They've been hired by the government of this other country in order to censor like the discussion about this topic and whatever. And they were like, their account was made on this and this date, which was like a few days after this major thing happened, before anyone else knew this was an issue, so therefore they must be like this super shady person. Yeah, and basically people just like didn't agree with the mod decisions and a lot of different things like that. There was a particular mod who was pretty high up. They were like one of the trusted mods of this subreddit. And so recently, they leaked a bunch of private info about who was doing what inside the subreddit and whatever. And they said, like, this mod is a terrible person and they shouldn't, like, whatever. They're being mean and stuff. And so the mod that was in charge of everything said, like, what in the heck? And then deleted himself from all these different subreddits. And so now they're scrambling to figure out like who's gonna run it now and like what changes should be done to this subreddit or not. And like, anyway, it's just crazy. And there's like posts all over like conspiracy subs and drama subs about it, and it's like wild. And I'm just like watching this all go down and I'm like, wow, like that's certainly something. Yeah, and there is some pretty bad stuff in there. Like, it's taken out of context, right? So I don't know what the context of the stuff is. But if you look at it out of context, the stuff that they've said is pretty bad. Like, for example, they said something like, I'm going to, like, I made a thread asking for, like, feedback for the moderators in order to, like, ban everyone who disagreed with what the mod team was doing, which is, like, insane and bad. Anyways, yeah, this is, like, the first time I've ever seen anything like this happening, like, in real time. So I'm personally shooken by all this happening. Like, Jesus. And now everyone's realizing, like all the mods are realizing that they didn't really know who that guy was in the first place or why he was in charge. And all kinds of stuff. Alright, so what should I do now? I think I will spend a little longer on some of these poses, and then I will go to studying pretty quickly. Fun. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. Crazy things are happening. Crazy. People are losing their minds over this thing because they think they're being censored by the government, when it's really probably just a bunch of people in their basements, you know? Even if it's like, I don't know. Who knows? Everyone's like debating, like, I mean, do they be more transparent or not? Like, who cares? Except for the people who are gonna like be weird and conspiracy theory anyways. Who cares about it? And plus, for those people, no proof will be enough. Or, I don't know. It's just weird things happening. Whereas I'm about to have a meltdown in my kitchen. No, bad. Bad. Why don't you drink some milk? or juice or soup or just something nice and relaxing. Relaxing is good. Yeah, and this person has been posting all over the place, like stirring up all kinds of drama about this. And everyone's freaking out. I literally just spent 15 minutes making a hot drink only to spill it all over the fuck. No! I'm sorry, Jay-Z. That sucks. If I could make you a hot cocoa right now, I totally would. Oh, and the best thing that's been said to me tonight is, I don't like depressed Jay-Z. Oh, yeah, I don't like him either. I'm to the point where I can't even pretend to be okay. I'm sorry, Jay-Z. That really sucks. I just hope you can get into a comfy space. Or at least a non-harmful space to ride it through. Because I want you to be okay. Oh, hello. Daniel Garoto, thank you for the follow. Don't know why the notifications are going crazy, but thank you so much for joining Mythology, where talent is a myth. Shoo! What brings you here this fine evening? If you would like to answer, of course. Man. I swear, like, I do everything way better on the shorter time scales. Damn it. This is ridiculous. I wasted 2 cups of milk, the last of my cinnamon and other stuff to make that hot butterbeer, and I didn't get any of it, and now my floor is sticky. I'm sorry, Jay-Z. Do you happen to have any more milk that you can heat up and drink, if you like it that way? Butterbeer. Like the drink from Harry Potter? Yeah, but I guess, like, what is in real life butterbeer? Sorry, Jay-Z. Let's see, how do people make butterbeer? I feel like it's caramel, right? Or no, I guess. Hot butterbeer is milk, butter, brown sugar, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and if you want alcoholic, you put dark rum in it. Huh. That sounds very sweet and fatty. Butterbeer latte. Interesting. I had a hot cocoa float yesterday. I went to this ice cream shop and we were looking at the types of ice cream they had, and then they had floats. We were like, "Oh, we should get a float with Coke or some other soda." And then we saw that they had a hot cocoa float, which just sounds hilarious. And so we got it. It was very... I guess it was just ice cream mixed in with hot chocolate by the end of it. Because, the hot cocoa, of course, immediately started heating up. And the ice cream, of course, immediately started melting. So then we had, a chocolatey ice cream sludge, which was pretty good. I just thought it was really funny because, I asked the employees, how is it? How is the hot cocoa? Or, well, at first I asked, how are the floats? What's good in the float? And she was like, I'm a boring float person. I just do root beer and vanilla ice cream. And I was like, ooh, okay. But what's good in the chocolate? And she was like, oh, I don't really do the chocolate. And then the other employee was like, the chocolate. And we were like, okay. What a weird way to... It's kind of a weird way to react to someone asking about your product. I don't know. They were both looked like... They were just they had a look on their face. They were like, ugh, the chocolate float. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut drawing short today because I just had I just looked at the clock and freaked out a little bit because I really need to study. Oh my god. Yeah, because the closer February gets to ending, the closer my test is. And it's oh my god, it's seriously freaking me out. I'm gonna drink a bottle of wine. No, Jay-Z, you don't do that. That's bad. I don't want you to do anything you would regret later. There is truth in the wine. But there is also very dangerous behavior. It'll only enhance the situation. It won't make things better. In vino veritas. Jay-Z. No. Hey now, let's keep things friendly. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up real quick, and then I will grab some dinner from the fridge, which basically means I will pour the salad that I bought yesterday from the grocery store into a bowl, add some ranch, get back here and start studying my butt off, I guess. Yeah, I need to ramp that shit up. And I don't know, what do I do? What do I do? Am I supposed to study like 5 hours a day? Would that help? I guess it would help. Yeah, I've never studied this much in my entire life. I'm a little bit lost, but I do know I need it. This is like new territory for me. There's always diminishing returns, same for art, but I think for as long as you have been studying, you probably know efficient ways. Yeah, I think I might have to start splitting up my studying between the morning and the afternoon, because I can only last for so long in one session. So maybe if I split it up, then if I should get up before work, do some studying, and then do some studying after work, then maybe that'll help be able to increase my study time without like killing myself. This is why you should study in chunks and take breaks. Multiple sessions a day equals more time total. Yeah, I think that's the way. I'll probably start tomorrow since I don't have work. So I'll wake up, get breakfast, study, do chores, I guess work on the video, but like the more I think about it, the more I feel like I really should not be making a video right now. Like, I just can't afford it. Maybe I should ask my editor to try to put something together. I wanted him to make like a stream compilation for me, but I feel like, I don't know, it's way too much to ask him to like watch through like 12 hours of stream. So I've already done days 1 and 2. I've picked out some clips. Study is more important. Oh man, what a time. What a time. I feel like maybe I should just like finish getting the clips and then send them to him to finish off. And then it'll get out whenever it gets out. But I just don't have time to put these things together. Okay. This is good for this, I think. I know, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I did many practices, keeping things up to snuff and not lagging behind. Alrighty. So I will be back in several minutes for study. Thanks for hanging out with me during Figuary for today. I guess I should say thank you all so much for hanging out with me for Figuary Day 20. Some of you, Jay-Z, have been here for all 20 days, which is really exciting. It's been good being able to hang out. Thank you, Just Sammy. All right, it's 7:30 right now. I don't know, I guess I'll go until 10, 2.5 hours. That should be some solid studying. Okay. See you all in a few minutes.